Where we last left off, Buddy had journeyed across the valley for many days, carefully navigating the potentially dangerous and unsure route of the near sheer mountainside. Meeting with Casimir at Solinka Pass, he remarked on the surprise that you all had made it as far in the valley as you had. While avoiding the gaze of a very large bird that perches on the smaller western peak of Mount Gacus, you crossed the bridge and were greeted by the cold, stony facade of the Amber Temple after traveling some time after. Taking a cautionary approach, you investigated one entrance to the building and discovered it led to a room filled with unassuming and unaware berserkers, an armored figure, and a dire wolf. Hoping to avoid confrontation, you all went through the main entrance instead to the temple. Its oppressive size and lack of lighting leaves the area dark and shrouded in heavy shadows. Whatever light seeps out from the torches left over refracts against the amber walls of the temple. As you begin to investigate the main room of the temple, there stands a figure of a large statue, its face obscured in magical darkness. Arrow slits hang above the stairway leading into the lower central level of the temple. And as you pushed further and further into the main room, you were suddenly attacked by magic emanating from the statue. Through a difficult battle that limited your skills, you were pelted by an unseen assailant later revealed to be a strange fox creature hiding within the statue's head, as well as flaming skulls that came from that shot you from the western arrow slits on the top level of the temple. The magical darkness destroyed, as well as the attackers, who picked back up at the end of the battle. Many of you injured thoroughly, you stand still alive, though aching. The solemn walls of the temple remain the same, though leftover scorches from the magic lingers against them. It becomes very quiet now as you can hear yourselves breathing. Looking around, you see hallways that split off from the main room and continue on this lower level, in addition to the upper level you have yet explored. What would you guys like to do? You guys are currently on the upper level on the map. And then
I will walk to the lower level, join everyone else.
all right. Yes. And then the lower level, from what you can see currently, you can see a area over. I don't know if I illuminated that well. Nope, I didn't. You see doors that lead right to your blah blah blah. Okay. I have to get my book ready to not mess up these explanations. But you see doors to the north, as well as a broken entryway with rubble strewn about the floor, leading into another room. You see where X5D, those two hallways go to the east and the west of you, and then there's also the stairs that lead up. In addition, whenever you saw in the upper level, you saw balconies that hang above. That's where the dotted lines are on the floor there. That's the two balconies that raise above the lower level of the temple floor. You also see a set of doors that are closed in the south as well. Just have to deal with the finickiness of my reveal map situation.
Want to reveal too much?
Nope.
So these are hallways, right?
Yeah.
I'm closer to this side.
All right.
Stealthily.
Okay. Roll for stealth then. Just you. So you're the only one that has announced that you are going anywhere. Is anyone else trying to go or look at anything? You're still up by the body of the weird creature. Ganduzi.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the body of the weird creature and bring it down. And before I do that, I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything else in this skull.
Okay. Roll investigation check for me. What was your stealth check, by the way?
15.
15?
Yeah.
God.
12.
Here begins. By the way, guys, I'm gonna be going through like a whole bunch of books for this place. You want a real dungeon? This is the first like real dungeon.
Yay!
I have lots of different notes on stuff.
We're gonna see some dragons too.
I can do that if you want.
No,
Don't have it
Yeah.
planned. I can throw one out.
She's making Dungeons and Dragons joke.
I know. Okay. So it was just a 15.
Straight roll, yeah. Got nothing added to it.
So one thing to note before you go and pass over into the next area,
Mm-hmm.
you look around and you begin to walk through this hallway. This arched hallway rises to a height of 20 feet above you. You can see your reflections in the amber glaze, but the images don't mirror your movements. Instead, they wave their arms at you and scream silent warnings towards you.
Hmm. I think I'm gonna turn back and wait for the others.
What was your investigation check?
12.
It was what? Sorry.
12.
12, sorry.
Right.
You don't find anything in the skull, and you haven't checked the body yet, so nothing else is laying in the actual skull. Just kind of emptiness, nothing of note. You see like an empty bottle of what you can presume is like alcohol or something, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick the fox thing up and bring it down and show it to whoever is near and be like,
Moment stuff.
do you know what this is?
All right, you bring it down.
Moment.
Esmeralda, who located first the hidden door in that area, also looks at you and notifies there's also a hidden door that is behind it. And she points like at the wall directly behind you. So the wall where the two doors are, in between and those two, and basically where the rock is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was here.
No. Where she's standing. There's also a door over there. She motions.
Okay.
I'd like to ask aloud to everyone, do you think that skull can fly?
Oh, which is
The big one. It's like that.
Hmm,
It's one flying skull.
potentially, probably with a lot of gold, maybe.
I hate to
I don't think
be
that.
the bearer of bad news, but does anybody perhaps have some healing? Very hurt.
Hmm.
This is Casimir as he pushes away from the alcove that he's hiding in. He looks pretty rough. He's at 20 hit points.
How's everybody doing?
I think I'm at like 4. I can't
He's
remember.
at 20.
55.
I'm also at 20.
Aubrey's at 36.
Where's my sheet?
You're
Oh,
at
I
46.
lied. I'm at 46.
So everybody could take healing if you're
Yeah.
offering.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll,
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh.
What?
I have Beacon of Hope. I can't use it because I used my 3rd level spell. It said.
I don't know how this works. Oh. So does that mean I have a 1d6 use? I'm confused. You have a 46 healing pool that resets when you finish a long rest.
I'm gonna
that's
use 5 of my charges and do a mass cure wounds of my flute.
Okay, sounds good.
Roll again. 3d8 plus 3.
Whoa. Wait.
Come on, roll good. It's not good. 18 points of healing.
Hey, Casimir's almost at full.
Same.
18, you said, right?
18, yeah. 1-8.
Yeah, I'm healing 14.
Thank you.
Open the
So
24.
says.
Welcome. 6 creatures. 30-foot radius. Well, I'll just move myself to get everybody in there.
Yeah, because you guys would be.
We're not in
So
combat.
it's on six.
You guys
It's
are
on six.
5 total.
Yeah. So
6 creatures,
So you have
30-foot
to choose-
radius.
Yeah.
who are you choosing?
I can stay out. Esmeralda speaks up. I'm still doing all right.
All right.
What are
You're
you
gonna
at, Gamdoozy?
Yeah,
I'm
kinda.
at, with the 18, I'm at 73.
Actually, can I please have healing?
So I'm at 55 if she's. No.
Don't do that.
Esmeralda's at 66, so.
You know what? I'm going to not do myself.
No! Wait,
How
what's he
how
on?
many hit points do you have?
I have 14, but I'm going to cast healing on myself.
I mean, I'm not here to question that.
And I'm on 14 out of 61.
I'm making a mess, guys. I forgot how messy apple pie is.
Shoot.
Thanks.
Guys, I'm gonna be forced to figure out how to play a frickin' sorcerer this game. I've never played a sorcerer before.
Alright.
Jesus, oh god. It's a lot of spells. So anything else you guys want to do?
Did I get a response from anyone about the fox thing? And if anybody knew-
No. I was leaving it to see if anybody who's here would like to answer. If not, Aubrey.
In that case, I'm still just holding it up.
Aubrey.
I will say it's a fox.
Can I make
What would
like
that be,
a...
like nature check?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
It would probably be a nature check, yeah.
What about medicine? Could I be cheeky?
You could. Let me relook at what the creature is categorized under.
I could
Oh
have
man.
dissected several animals in my medical training.
You can make a religion check if you'd like.
Oh, that's not great either, but it's okay. It doesn't matter.
You get it because
Either
you're a paladin.
or.
I don't care if you're trained in religion or not. If you're a paladin or a cleric, you can make a religion check. 6. You do not particularly know this kind of creature. I don't think medicine would help as much because if you don't know the basics of like what you're looking at, you can't get much from it. It looks like a fox creature.
Is this one that we
And
can
I-
all just roll on to see if we know? Or is
Sure.
there a limit?
Go ahead.
If
I'm
you
gonna
want
eat my
to talk
pie.
I rolled 10 nature.
I've got 10 nature too.
Oh.
Wow, Esmeralda and no, I guess I'll roll for Casimir too.
I have 14 nature.
Wow, everyone rolled shitty.
It's
You
a
guys
fox.
just don't know. It looks like a coyote.
Peterson?
it's a magic using
Like
coyote.
I said,
Yeah,
it's a
Coyote
fox.
Peterson.
switch out these die.
You
Actually, no, I
see,
don't know.
as you inspect, as bees begin to come out of it. Coyote
Bees?
Peterson. The insect sting.
Oh.
No, it's just a
I rolled best.
Congratulations. You
It's a
still
fox-looking creature. We don't quite know what it is. It's obviously not a like fox or coyote, as it seems
Doors are here.
intelligent enough for spellcasting.
Carvin, just to give you a heads up.
Specifically high level
Where I'm
spellcasting.
highlighting. There's a door
Um,
here. There's a trap door that was here that Kanduzi came
A
from.
pair of small gold spectacles with pink
The
crystal
hallway.
lenses. Also wears a
This is
robe
another
that
hallway.
has multiple it has like 8 patches remaining on it of different colors.
Just to give you some info.
And it has a book at a tip.
Have I investigated what? No.
None of you guys have at least even said that they're going to search the creature, so that's why
You can do
I'm
that.
just saying what you see.
We've had investigation, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Or just look
Can I go and take the glasses off and try them on?
Yes,
why
you
don't you
can. You
investigate
look
the whole
dapper.
thing,
Wait,
Aurora?
wait.
Very
I'd
put glasses on.
Two class.
Wait.
Magic.
Wait.
Alright, you cast Detect Magic. It's a 60-foot range, right?
Mm.
Okay,
Let
give me
just make
1 second
30.
as I see if you get a blip on any other part of your thing.
30.
I don't know where I am.
It's a 30-foot range.
It's came down the stairs and I'm like,
Oops. Okay. Yeah, actually, all of you, if you're going to be inspecting the creature, would have to be by getting
Yeah,
used
sorry,
to.
can you move me?
Yeah,
you're already
I know.
moved.
Oh.
I moved you.
I gotta identify if anybody wants anything identified too. Just a reminder.
So it's only 30 feet, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. You do not sense anything currently. Besides what it is in front of you. You get a
Can I see
magical
anything?
aura from the
Small.
book that is at its hip, as well as the robe that it is wearing.
Okay. I take the robe
Not
and
the
the
glasses,
book
unfortunately.
and
So, glasses are
don't
just cool looking.
I don't
I'd
shove
like to
it
see
in Vincenzo's face, but I'm like,
What is this?
could you identify these for me, please? Or what schools of magic, just out of curiosity? I think that's what I can do. Yes. If there is any.
There are, I just don't know them.
Oh,
The spellbook gives no particular school of magic. It just is magical. The robe, I want to say it should be conjuration.
What did you hand me to identify? The glasses?
The robe and
Oh.
book.
Oh, yeah.
The glasses aren't magical at all.
Okay.
Nope.
Please do.
Sit down and I look very hard at the robe and book.
Hey,
Alright.
dude.
Yeah, I should take the glasses.
So
Around
you
which-
have with you, and I will just tell the group, and you can decide who wants to get what. The robe is a robe of useful items. There are 8
Yes.
patches that remain, however. So, whoever adds this to their thing has to make note that there are certain patches that are on there. So whoever decides is going to get it, let me know, and I will tell you what notes to make on which patches.
Wasn't this in like a campaign?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone like ripped patches off and it did something.
Harry.
Ah, okay.
And then in addition, the book is a spell book.
Do we
Like
think
a
that
wizard
this could
spellbook.
be the Mordenkainen's spellbook?
No, it was destroyed, wasn't it?
I
He
thought it
didn't-
went missing.
He
I
says
don't
that
know.
he's looking for it. I
Oh.
mean, you can. No, an identify spell book probably. It does not. This is not a spell book that is connected to Mordenkainen. You do not see any similar levels of flair or anything. I don't know if you get that from identify spell, but
Dang.
it's not connected to Mordenkainen. Good thought though.
The spellbook
It's Aurora.
to Aurora.
Yeah.
Ooh, yay.
Aurora, when you look through the spell book, these are all spells you'd have to copy down if you have the capabilities of casting them, when you have the ability to prepare them, and you would still have to expend the amount of money to actually copy them into your spellbook. However, this spellbook contains, cantrip wise, it contains, I should have made a fucking thing about this. Damn it. Do me a favor and put in your inventory for my notes so I can go back and make you an actual proper spell book. Arcanoloth spell book.
By the
It's
light,
spelled
by the light, the silvery moon.
Arcanoloth.
My laptop is
Oh yeah.
not doing very well.
Should I? Do you
hang
want me
on.
to add it in? I can do it.
I'm using my laptop just for D&D Beyond at the moment because I think the battery will last
That's okay.
for that
I
alone.
will add it to your D&D
Actually,
Beyond.
yes, please. I can't. I'm struggling to balance all my devices on top
That's
of
okay. Don't worry. There's a reason why they give the DM the ability to edit things. I'll have to edit it again when I actually make the the proper spell book for it, because I assume you will keep it so long as you have it, because it has multiple different spells in it. Edit. Let me edit. Ah.
So I'm assuming the robe. That's not like. I don't know how like robes and armor
Robes are
work.
not
I'm
armor.
assuming you can just wear a robe over armor.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Robes are like accessories.
Yeah.
So I'm really confused about the robe.
But, well, are we able to tell what the accessories are, or is it just?
And
Yeah. That's why I said the give me 1 second. The remaining patches that are there.
remaining, so there'll only be one-time use then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 8.
Oh.
Bag of 100 gold pieces, iron door, wooden ladder, riding horse, pit, rowboats, spell scroll of moonbeam, and mastiffs.
Moonbeam.
Math.
Shotgun?
You had all questioned different things.
I mean, after what you've told me about,
I'll have
told
to
us
go
about
and look at what the
Moonbeam,
robe
I was
does.
like,
Moonbeam's a
that's
good
big
fucking
boy
spell. It's a really good spell, especially if you cast it at higher levels, which you can't with spell spells. But still.
Do you need to be a spellcaster to use these, or is it like a... Oh, okay.
We're all
This robe
spellcasters.
has cloth patches of various shapes. I mean, technically, yeah. Genduzi still technically can cast spells.
But he acts like he's some massive Mordenkainen
This robe has cloth patches of various shapes and colors covering it. While wearing the robe, you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or the creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed, the robe becomes an ordinary garment. The robe has 2 of each of the following patches: dagger, bullseye lantern, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, hempen rope, sack. In addition, the robe has 44 other patches. The DM chooses the patches or determines them randomly. But you guys only have certain ones. So there is a patch that has 100 gold pieces. It's just you pull it off and you have 100 gold pieces. Iron door means up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high, barred on one side of your choice, which you can place in any opening you can reach. It conforms to fit the opening, attaching and hinging itself. So you can basically make a door, which would probably be better for like if you're like trying to like hide away somewhere and keep somebody from following you, you could probably put that up or something. Wooden ladder is just a wooden ladder of 24 feet long. Riding horse, a riding horse with saddlebags is present. Pit, a cube 10 feet on a side, which you can place on the ground within 10 feet of you. There's the other ones. Spell scroll, which you already know is a moonbeam spell scroll. 2 mastiffs. You can spawn 2 mastiffs.
Is that two separate patches?
2 separate mastiffs. You are basically spawning creatures. And then there's also rowboat, which you can spawn a 12-foot long rowboat. And I don't think you need to attune to it. So as long as no one's already wearing a robe, you can wear this.
I got the protection cloak, so I can't wear it. So
I have my lovely Fancy robes as well.
It doesn't require attunement, so in reality, like you don't technically even really have to wear it. It is still a magical item, until it becomes an ordinary garment. But yeah, because if it's just a normal thing, you could. If it's in the bag of holding or you don't have it equipped, I will ask in combat for you to have to use
An action.
like an action to get it out.
Okay.
However, if you guys are just traveling and you're just like, we just put this, you don't have to put it on and equip it.
Well, considering Aubrey's not here and then two want to go wear it, rock, paper, scissors?
You can have it. Just use it responsibly.
I'll take it.
I added the spellbook to your character sheet, Dylan. So just so you know what is in here, Vincenzo would also know about these. Is the spells that are within the spellbook are Firebolt, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, and Prestidigitation are the cantrips. Level 1 spells, Detect Magic, Identify, Shield, Tensor's Floating Disc. The second level spells, Detect Thoughts, Mirror Image, Phantasmal Force, Suggestion. Third level, Counterspell, Fear, Fireball. Fourth, Banishment, Dimension Door. Fifth level, Contact Other Plane, Hold Monster. Sixth, Chain Lightning. Seventh, Finger of Death. And eighth, Mind Blink. So you have to be able to prepare these spells at that level in order to copy them into your spellbook. So long as nothing destroys this spellbook, which spellbooks can still be destroyed, you have access to these and you will be able to copy them down later in the future should you wish.
Lovely.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they had a lot of spellbooks.
Is
There's
it
a lot of spellbooks
Excuse
of
me.
like loot items in some parts, and I'm just like, I just can't give them all of these spells.
Is it like, do I have to spend a bit of time every night?
It's the same situation as
researching.
copying any spell into your spellbook. In order to use them, you do have to copy them into your spellbook, and you still have to use the monetary amount of supplies
Paper
and
and
spend the
ink and
amount
stuff.
of time per level of that spell in order to copy it into your book.
Okay.
The amount of it's different when you're making your own copy of your own spell book, but the idea is that when you're copying from one thing into the next, yeah, that's what it looks like. It doesn't look like the nicest robe either in the book.
It's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's very hodgepodge. But yeah, the cost for copying a spell, your spellbook, to create another copy of your spellbook in case of damage is much less and takes less time because you don't have to re-practice and figure out what other wizards have made their spells. And you'll note that also, while you guys are all doing this, the temple is still very quiet.
I was gonna say I wanted to.
It's occupants that you know of.
I wanted to go up the stairs and just listen to see if I hear anybody trying to mess with the door at all.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Roll 20. You were working with me.
Perception.
Perception.
That roll, but I think I have a good modifier. Perception.
I have 3 books open, by the way, guys.
11. Not the greatest.
11.
Mm.
Nobody is messing with the door. Nothing is being touched at the door. You do not hear anything beyond the door itself or that area of the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
However, no one seems to be trying to get through to you guys yet.
Okay.
Hiccups.
Can I ask about the robe?
Oh, sorry, my
Do they,
hiccup hurt
are
me.
they all just like they're an action to use, right? It's literally just it doesn't
Yeah,
take.
it's an action.
It doesn't take so long for something to happen.
Yeah. It's an action to summon the item.
I guess in combat too. If you're out of combat, it's just boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of combat. That's why I said I don't really care if out of combat you're trying to use the robe. In combat, though, if you're not wearing it and you're trying to get it, then it need a couple set of decisions.
Yeah.
But it's not always. It's this particular robe isn't really a combat. It doesn't have a lot of combat.
Robo,
could
I choose
honestly
you.
Take most of the patch, quite a few of the patches off right now, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. The 100
So the
gold would still be with you.
the
and
riding
then-
horse.
Yeah.
The riding horse is literally just
A
it
riding
lasts-
horse.
It lasts as long as we keep it alive, basically.
It is a creature. You summon
And
a
the
creature, and I have the stats for it in the monster manual.
You're funny.
Same with the mastiffs.
Funny if it was just like a smart horse that came out and just started riding.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It's the robe of useful items. It's for when you get to a location, you're like, well, fuck, I wish we had a boat. Oh, hey, guys, I got a boat
Come
right
on.
here.
Oh, for some reason I thought that said 13. I was like, well, this more than me.
Wow,
There are a couple other patches that are actually like real helpful, but they are not present. Like there's parts of it you would know from Identify. Other things that they have, like there's been a lot of patches that have been used as a result. But there's also ones that are for gem pieces, a silver coffer that has 500 gold pieces in it, or is worth 500 gold pieces, 4 healing potions, and a portable ram and a window.
And a window.
Yeah.
So, question about the door, right?
Yes.
Because it says in an opening. Okay,
In an
never
opening.
mind.
So
I was
like if you're in a hallway and you're like running from someone, you're just like,
yeah,
fuck
you just put the door down. Yeah.
yeah.
But I was like, I saw a window, and I was like, that'd be pretty cool if you're stuck in a room. You just put the window there and then like climb out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, the window you could just place on any vertical surface you can reach.
Yeah.
However, the door has to be an opening.
Okay.
The
What if
pit,
you're
I think,
underground though?
also needs to be on the ground.
What if what?
You're underground. Window.
You just put it in a cave wall.
Yeah, you see a cave wall. It has
A
its
very
very
long
practical
window.
uses. It has its practical uses. That's why it gives me the dimensions of the window. I mean, like
For some reason, I imagined a rocking horse when you said riding horse as well.
it's a useful item.
Summon one of those.
Make sure that straw
yeah.
doing it at nighttime.
He's got the Aries rocking horse DIY from Animal Crossing. The pit, I would say, like, if you guys were to put a pit on like a floor of a building and the pit goes 10 feet, you could practically open a hole to another floor.
Yeah.
So that has uses in that. The door is mainly for blocking things off, I would probably say.
So,
Cool.
I mean, blocking them off, but like, is it just like, is it actually a door? Or, okay.
It becomes a door. It magically fits to the opening so long as it's not farther than like its dimensions, and its dimensions is 10 feet wide, 10 feet high. And it's barred on one side of your choice. So when you throw it down, you choose which side it's barred on. So if you're running from somebody, you put the
gotcha.
door up and it's an iron door and it bars and it will be locked. And that way it will at least slow the people down. That way they have to like try to get it unlocked or break it down themselves, but it will require multiple actions on their part. It conforms though to fit any opening, attaching itself and hinging itself. So long as it's not bigger than like 10 feet by 10 feet tall, you're fine.
Cool.
I feel like some of these are gonna come and bite me in the butt later in the game. We're like, I got this perfect plan. They're gonna do this, and then you go, and then it's like, hey, by the way, remember this door you gave me? I put it up. I'm like, No,
That's the delicious.
not the
thing.
door. Yeah, the that's the sprinkling of seasoning thing that
Yeah.
Laura used on her cupcake.
Oh, is that what she did?
Hmm.
I'm speaking of doors. I'm gonna go to this door.
Which
That
door?
it
Sorry, I had to
was
pull up the
hidden.
map.
The hidden door.
Stealthily,
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk in.
Let me get to my other book.
And I'm going to open it.
Okay. Oh my god, did I lose my place? Okay.
Before, like, I just want to let everybody know too that about the, I think he said whether it orbs or like wisps thing. The
I'm like, no, I'm gonna go back.
yeah, the things warning me.
Berserkers?
Yeah, what? No, when I
Oh,
went down the
you're
hallway, yeah.
I don't remember. I think it's an XA information. Ah. Okay, so set into the middle of the temple's north wall, you find a door that is all of the walls are of an amber coloring and covering, but this one you can see chips along the amber wall, as Esmeralda explains it and shows it to you. You pull it out and it reveals that there is a dusty stone staircase as it goes upward. I think. Yes.
I'm going to tell the group that me and Esmeralda
Wow, look at that teamwork.
found this door and I opened it and it goes up.
Hmm.
Whoa.
Perhaps we should go somewhere where we know we're safer first and discuss our plan of where we're going to go. Because there's plenty of different rooms in here, and I would like to have a plan.
Hmm.
Do we know where we're safer?
That's what I was wondering too.
Well, I mean, no. I don't know.
I mean, we're pretty safe here
Wait,
right
didn't
now.
you say that there were empty rooms that you went across earlier? On the top upper lever.
The storage room that was like up here somewhere.
Yeah. You came across oh wait, that's I just think click over. Yeah, you came across the storage room that was over here.
I think Yalia wandered into the stairwell here as well.
Yeah, Yalia
that
went
Looks
over
like
here.
it could fit more of us in.
But I don't know what that hole is gonna,
Yeah.
do.
There's a hole that did lead down.
Wouldn't
As
be
well as
so
open doors that
close to
way.
these people too, though.
We could just hide underneath the staircase.
We could.
I'd be happy with that.
Just go hide underneath the stairs. Powwow over by the stairs, guys. Oh no.
Casimir, get over here.
How many hit points was it again?
That I heal?
18.
18, yeah.
Yeah, 18. I just forgot to add it to Aubrey's character. Alright, yeah. I forget, did Esmeralda receive healing as well? I don't we had
Everybody got it,
discussions
then I
as well.
healed myself with another spell.
Okay. So, Esmeralda's back at full. Casimir's almost at full. If you guys would like to take a short rest at this time, you're welcome to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, because Aubrey's
Oh,
kind
yes,
of
hit
like, I would
dice,
like
yeah.
to have my sorcery points back.
Fair point. You know what? Just for the bents, why not?
They recover at a long rest.
For a second, I was like,
Hey,
what?
Brett.
Yeah?
I'm gonna sing your song of rest and give us an extra few hit points.
I don't know how to do
Uh,
sorcerers.
cost anything to do that, so please do that.
Sure.
Oh, God.
See, this is how you know.
You guys aren't
Uh,
sneaking anyway.
Twinkle,
I don't know how to do
twinkle, little star. How I wonder
Beautiful.
what you
I love this song.
are. Up, up,
You don't have to continue.
above the world, so high. Like a sapphire in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you
Something.
Oh,
are.
Oh my God.
I don't even need those.
4 plus 40. Oh, damn.
Now, what is that? Oh, an extra
I was trying
D8.
to I feel like I can't remember, but I feel like Ellie says that she regains stuff whenever we do a short rest, and I don't know how to do that.
If you, any friendly creatures can hear you perform, must regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending 1 or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regain an extra 1d8 hit points.
Extra 1d8. Okay, we're gonna just put that
So
down.
do we roll that?
Yeah, you guys roll that.
Can I give mine to someone else? Because I'm at
No.
full.
Nope.
Well, I rolled quickly, so.
I'm back in the 90s at least.
Are you? There you go. I think I got a bit lost. Look at my finger.
Nice.
I don't know how to do. I've never played a warlock, nor have I ever played a sorcerer before. So sorry, I'm trying to read and see if she gets anything back at a short rest.
Doesn't she get spells back?
I think
Yeah,
so.
8,
Because warlock.
16,
Remember.
16,
Doesn't it let you know when you click on the short rest thing?
22.
Oh. I forgot about that.
22.
A short rest is a period of
It would help if you spelled short rest,
an
right?
hour long. So yeah, I'll just use her warlock ones. Oh, that's good. 12 plus 6, 18,
I think I got it out though. Because it was hurting. That doesn't usually happen. Unless you get stuck.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Features, traits. I'm looking at the all section, trying to make sure. That's more. That was that.
Apparently,
I know with
warlocks-
wizards you need arcane recovery to get spell
She's
slots.
a sorcerer.
It's,
A warlock and a
it
sorcerer.
says, I just googled it, and apparently warlocks get warlock spell slots on short rests.
Oh my goodness, I don't know how this stuff works.
But I don't know what's a warlock spell slot. It
It's
is
the
the
pack
packed
rune
ones.
ones. Yeah, I think so.
Pack of the tome. Ah, I see. Nope, I don't think that's it.
You know, I kind of want that other sausage roll now. Or do I save it for tomorrow?
Where am I lost?
I don't know.
I don't know. Warlocks are tricky.
I've never played a warlock before there because they're tricky.
Like saying spell slots, and it's like, but not mythical arcana or something. I don't know. Weird. I didn't even know that was a thing.
I mean, if I hit short rest, it should have restored them already.
Yeah.
Realistically. Oh, I think it did. Because she definitely used Fireball at some point during this battle, right?
Don't. I think
Yeah.
so. Maybe
I think she
above.
used it.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. I think I gave it back. I gave her some of her spell slots back. Oh, I don't know how these things work. Oh well.
What's that? Are you
I'll
just
figure it
talking?
out.
Yeah.
I just. Oh. Can you mute me again? This is really bad.
This is why I always end up playing things that are not just spellcasting, because I get very lost with spellcasting rules. So, where are we going? Casimir, where's your stuff? He kind of looks like he's like, I don't know where they are. I just received dreams about the Amber Temple. That's it.
I feel like someone said something about a library. It was our lovely friend Aurora, not Aurora, Aria. That's the one. Saying about documents to maybe help with finding out what's happening on our plane of existence.
To keep an eye out for it, yes.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I remember here. And obviously, Strahd. Helpful things for us.
That is true. But she also said that this place is very evil. I do want, like, all of you, but especially Yalia, you, and then probably Aubrey a little bit as well because of her heritage, can sense, like, this sinking feeling in your hearts that just something just feels so not right here.
Right.
But you especially are feeling this sort of dread that takes over you a little bit as your mind is allowed to wander during the short rest.
While we have the short rest, I'd like to put up a hut to make everyone feel safer.
All right. You ritually cast it, I assume?
Yep.
All right. So you guys are inside Liam's tiny hut. You feel a little bit better. Does not still take away from the dread that you feel, Yalia. Actually,
There's somewhere I can run away to.
I
vote that we don't go down the hall where everyone told us not to.
Well, we might have to go anyway.
I vote that we do. But first we go up the stairs behind the hidden door.
I think this place could probably be deadly wherever we go.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Maybe we should recruit the people in the cave.
Considering there was a dire wolf in there that usually follows Strahd, I want to say they won't follow us. Just a hunch.
I'm confused why they haven't attacked us yet.
They might be smart. This place might have a reputation in the valley already. They might be smart and be like, yeah, let's not go in that place.
My mind just went to when we were up there. We just look and they're just cardboard figurines. There's nothing behind them. Just looking at the perfect angle. Yeah.
You guys had that with scarecrows. I also should just finish blocking off.
So
Some of them to make it easier on myself in the future.
does anybody have any complaints about going? For some reason, I can do it now. Going through this door first.
I mean, it would lead to an area. I don't really care. I'm already along for the ride. I'm already prepared that this place is going to probably be very dangerous.
Yeah. I'm pretty much fine with it every too, just as long as we do it as a group.
Okay, so you guys go that way. I'll go this way.
So you guys are splitting the party?
No.
Be fine with that. See how that works for you guys. If this place has stuff in here, we can look. I'm a little concerned though, because if that was our first thing we fought, I worry that there might be things later and that might cause more trouble.
Very true.
Yeah.
What if they put all their firepower at the beginning to scare people?
That can happen.
It's a
I'm a little
possibility.
doubtful, but that can happen. There are flaming skulls shooting us from a different part of the temple. I'm gonna assume there's probably more flaming skulls maybe somewhere.
They weren't too big of an issue, though.
No,
mean,
but
They were, because they were hidden. And it was hard to
Casimir
get
raises his
through.
hand and he's like, I would like to disagree.
They were hard to hit.
But there might be other things that might be here as well. Remember, this is a place where Strahd comes a lot.
Hopefully we don't bump into him.
It
Hopefully
probably
we do.
has defenses. It probably has something. I don't
But
know.
if it has defenses, it's defending something. Therefore, it's
That is
something
true.
that we should.
Sometimes it's
Fine.
not good things that it's defending, though. Sometimes it's things that are powerful to evil beings are still evil.
Yeah, so we destroy it.
That can potentially happen. I would be perfectly fine with doing that. That's for certain.
But yeah, I think we should just take our time and be very vigilant and not rush things
They,
here.
Protect the NHS.
We should also be very quiet then as well. There still might be a lot of good loot here, though.
Can I have one, please?
No.
Would
Two.
Pass Without a Trace be up?
I
forget what a
Any
nice.
other concentration spells?
Looking.
I don't remember what your concentration spells were.
I didn't
did
do
stop you from casting Fairy
polymorph.
Fire. I know that. You did not do Fairy Fire.
No, I didn't.
I don't think you did Polymorph.
Spell Magic's not one. No, I don't think I did. But I did it outside when we were going to see those people. So it's all up to you if that's
so-
been an hour or not.
You also took damage.
Took damage.
Ah, true.
Make a few. Actually, and also it probably would not still you up after your short rest, so it wouldn't even. After you take a short rest, the short
True.
rest is an hour. So.
Yeah. Nope.
Sorry. I would have asked for probably like 4 different concentration checks, though, probably.
Natural
Or 2,
20.
or whatever.
A 9 plus something probably makes it. 14 plus something. 18 plus something. But short rest.
I don't know if he
So you
noted
made
the-
it, but it's just run out. Sorry.
Think about it this way. I'm going to begin even though I used quite a bit of my spells, unfortunately. I'm going to be conserving some of my spells more, that's for certain.
Same. I have no third level spells.
Yeah, but I feel like having an advantage on somebody is pretty helpful.
So
It's
you guys don't have
true.
infinite spells.
That's because we
What's
don't
that
just
like?
have cantrips, dearest.
Mine's not a cantrip,
They basically are.
They're
I
not,
have
though.
cantrips, but
They basically are.
but they're not cantrips. They're first and second
See,
level spells.
But they are basically cantrips.
Because I'm really good.
Uh-huh.
because you took a feature, but they're not combat spells.
What spells do you get?
But not by
He can
Me?
speak with animals and
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do get another one at level 10, Barbarian.
I don't remember what it was
I
though.
think it's like Commune with Nature.
Yeah, that one's also non-combat. It's an information gathering. is
I
basically
know.
what it is.
It can be very helpful, especially
It can.
if you become friends with a tree.
Sun
And then
tree.
we fall in love.
Yes. What?
Have tree babies.
What did you say?
I didn't say that.
No, you did. What did you say?
Brings a whole new meaning to tree hugger.
Oh no.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go over here.
Are we stealthing?
Yeah, when we get to the stairs, I cast Pass Without Trace.
Alright.
Big money, no money.
Oh gosh. That one says
33.
I'm so upset. It wasn't a 1, but it might as well.
That's cocked. I'm not taking that.
Esmeralda got 19. Rolled a 2.
I've got a natural 1.
Oh. Anyway.
Casimir has a. I need to bookmark this page.
It's plus 6.
I need to bookmark this
Is
page.
it 6?
Casimir's got a. Oh, he's got a dex mod.
19. Total.
Casimir's got a 30.
Hmm.
19 total.
34.
So, 19,
33.
34, 1.
I feel like we've helped out.
Oh yeah, and Aubrey.
I rolled the highest I could.
You rolled the highest.
I'll
you
just
could.
like linger way back.
Then a 19.
Natural 20?
Aubrey also got a 19.
Oh,
you
you
got a
got
natural
natural
20.
Yeah.
Oh, so that cancels out.
That
over
cancels
a
out, yeah.
natural
So
one.
you guys actually feel pretty stealthy. The 19s are the lowest, and as well as the 1, but overall, pretty decent rolls. I spelled scorches wrong. I just realized it on my tool. But you guys do feel rather stealthy as you begin to approach this door. The secret tunnel. Avatar has been the thing I've been watching all through the week.
It's great. I'm watching it too.
Okay.
I was going to watch it, but Grace started watching it without me.
We can start again.
I mean, to be fair, I also had to
Don't-
convince. I had to basically convince Chris,
Watch Harmony.
being like, "I think you'd like it."
I probably won't, though.
Yeah, I feel like he'll be unimpressed.
Why?
Because he's an unimpressed
I
person.
saw some of She-Ra, and I was like...
You just can't appreciate good lesbians. So.
Sorry.
They're constantly fighting each other. It's not...
That's because
not-
one of them was.
That's the whole
No.
thing.
The
You
videos
need to
of
get to the
lesbians that I've seen are a lot.
It all makes sense. In the of She-Ra.
Are we talking about like the blue people Avatar?
No.
No,
I
the TV series, the Nickelodeon TV series, a really good TV series.
haven't watched the Blue Avatar.
If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's a good show. Just
I think
don't
I
watch
watched it when it was on Nickelodeon.
Me too. That was great.
It was the highlight of my evenings.
It was. It was such a good show. It
I
has
just
a
hate
good
how it
villain
ended.
redemption arc in it. Like,
Exactly.
still the best villain redemption arc ever in media.
It's not because you don't know which one
No,
it is.
it's not. There's plenty of villains in the show. But yeah,
Like
Alright,
Jesse and
so-
James and Meowth.
yes.
Say Meowth? Pokemon?
Yeah,
Meowth.
Jesse, James,
That's right.
Meowth. Wobbuffet.
So you
We
guys.
get it, you play Pokemon Go, Eevee, whatever it's called.
I finished it.
Yeah. I know. Anyway, sorry. Let's continue.
It's okay. So you guys, we all got off. I contributed. You guys approach the staircase and open the secret door. It's still very quiet as you begin to climb, and you begin to enter an area
Oh, I
that's
would like to check for traps.
okay. You roll for a perception check.
Not great.
Okay.
9, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
18.
18.
Not great.
This does not appear to be trapped.
Cool.
And you begin to climb into what appears to be a library. The stone library has a 20-foot high wall and 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in hell. A black
Mhm.
marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the gray walls stand 6 10-foot tall marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room.
Divine sense, please.
All right.
For
How many times can you
One.
do that?
One
as many
moment,
as my
please.
charisma,
Oh.
thing plus something plus my charisma bonus.
There's a lot of like rooms in here, so sometimes I have to take a minute to reread to the thing to remember what's in a room. Oh. Sorry, it's telling me where the stairs lead. I have to remember where the stairs go. Where do the stairs go?
He's far, far away.
Far, far away. There. Okay. All right. Divine sense is 30 feet, and they have to not be behind total cover, correct?
Yeah.
Or 60 feet? Is it 30 or 60?
One moment, please.
The spell was 30 feet. No, I don't. It's 60 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you do not get any sense in this room that there is anything that you can see that tips off your radar.
I think we should be quick, or as quick as we can.
Yeah, nice library.
I've never seen one of these things before in my life.
Mm.
Yes, you have. You've seen them in many houses in Barovia.
You might not understand what they are.
But you've seen them.
Yes.
These
Can I skim the titles?
Yeah, you go over and you skim the books. Noticeably, none of them have titles.
Oh, I think she can do detect magic
okay.
again.
I'd like to pick one out at random.
You pick one up and you open it up, and there is no writing on this book. Empty blank pages are all that you see.
Can I get like a pen out of my pocket?
It's like Harry
Like-
Potter.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You write in the book.
Hello.
And you write in the
My
book.
name is Tom Marvin.
things happen. You do not get transported to the Chamber of Secrets, unfortunately.
Can I pick another one out at random?
Yes, you do. Same thing. Open it, blank text.
I'd like to keep two
Keep two.
empty books.
Okay. You have 2 empty books that you can put in your inventory.
Wait, so what happened when she wrote on it?
Nothing.
Like, as in, like, the ink didn't go onto it, or...
The ink went on it.
Sure.
No text displayed itself.
Yeah.
You said these stairs were solid gold?
Amber? Sorry?
Oh, amber. Okay.
I don't know.
Gold marble staircase that spirals down.
Okay. Never mind. Ding, 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 ding.
A black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase.
Okay.
Spirals down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north.
I'd like to cast detect magic.
All right. You
Please.
cast detect magic. There are many magical books in this room. You get general areas of their bookshelves, but it's hard to pinpoint because they all kind of mesh together. Even technically, the books that Aurora's holding are tinges of magical nature to it.
I feel like dispel magic would be good.
Yes.
But I can't do
Keep in mind, this room is. You wouldn't be able to cover all of the room.
I'm gonna go and grab a book and I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the book.
You open it, you cast Dispel Magic. I don't think that does anything. I don't think so. I have to go look up what a spell does. One moment, please.
Choose creature, object, magical effect within range. Any
No, not your magic.
Oh, sorry.
Different spell.
I guess it mainly it has a spell or something. I don't know.
That doesn't help me. I'm gonna say that roll
Oh no.
a check.
A check. What do I add for a check?
Whatever the check was for Dispel Magic.
Oh, okay.
spell that Nicole has.
So D20 plus 3.
Doesn't tell me what to do with this, but you cast Dispel Magic on it, so I'm gonna go and do something.
That's a 14 total.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Could I do an Arcana check to see if I know why these seemingly empty books are magical?
Sure. Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna go with the rule of a broken clock is correct twice a day, and I'm gonna get one of the books and attack it with my sun sword.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
How did that analogy work with that?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm gonna damage it with radiant damage. And was it to die? I don't know.
You want the book to die.
It's a 29 to hit.
29 to hit. You hit the book. But you destroy it with. I'm gonna just say it straight up. You destroy the book with the sword.
That could have been an important book.
I mean, I destroyed a potentially evil magical item.
It's true.
Right.
My job here is done.
My job here is done.
I'm gonna get the book that you cast Dispel Magic on, and are these? I don't know, like these lights. I'm gonna try and bring them closer. If these are lights.
Yeah, they're candelabras.
All right. I want to see. I don't know. Maybe light has something to do with it.
You bring the candelabra over. Nothing seems to change it. What was your Arcana check, Dylan?
I got a total of 20.
Total 20. You don't have a lot of experience in some matters because even though you are a wizard and you have some experience in arcane fields, you are still not. You didn't get to train as much as you would like a master like archmage would till that level yet. But you have heard of tales of how wizards and other people who write books, they have certain ways to imbue the books with certain command words or features to where if you can't see it unless you have something like true sight, or you speak the command words.
I'd like to say, guys, I think there might be a command word to let us read this book.
Yeah, there's a couple of different things that the books can have with them. Sometimes it's casting a spell into a book. Sometimes writing in the book helps. It just kind of depends on who created the rules for the books.
What's the name of our lovely lady that killed herself? Kind of can't remember her name.
I'm just gonna do my best Strahd voice and say, "Hello, my name is Strahd. Please reveal yourself, book."
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
What was her name?
I'd like to do the same, but with the Strahd puppet.
You do the same. Nothing happens.
What was her name?
Tatiana?
I say Tatiana.
Nothing happens.
In a
Oh,
Strahd voice.
I'm not stupid, man.
I don't think that there's a way for most of us to understand even parts of these books. There's too many of them for us to possibly know what these are. Unless there's a keeper of this temple, I don't know if we'd actually be able to make very much headway in here. We haven't even explored the rest of the temple.
That's true. Are there any like pieces of paper around? Just
The
lying.
tables are bare, essentially. There's a fine layer of dust. There does seem to be places where there are footprints that had recently disturbed the area. However, nothing really seems to have done anything else in here in a little while.
Right.
The only paper you see is the paper in the books.
Is there like a forgot command word button anywhere on the book?
Yeah, look around.
There's a book somewhere in here that's like the speaking books that you give to children, and then he just opens it, and it's like, the cow goes moo.
Where do the footprints lead?
I was thinking that.
Between the various shelves, to the tables, back to the shelves, down the stairs,
Down the spiral stairs.
both areas. Mainly
Okay.
through the main staircase there.
The one that we came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like it's not just like one person that's been through here. You see like footsteps of one size, maybe like another one or another two of different sizes.
I was just wondering whether whoever came in didn't leave. Like, so they could have come up through
That's a
these stairs
possibility.
and then continued down here and not come back.
It's certainly a possibility.
Maybe they died.
God could have sent somebody here.
Or he could have come.
We can't also be the first adventurers to come and stumble upon this place. As many people have remarked, any adventure parties go through here. You're going down the staircase?
I'm going to notice that Vincenzo is going down the stairs.
I'm gonna slowly like crouch and
Especially
walk
he's
down
not
this.
hiding from you guys.
Yeah.
So
I just-
I'd like to ask them if everyone think, should we destroy the books?
There's a
Not
lot
yet.
of books.
Not yet, I don't
it
think.
would be
Yeah.
probably a waste of time right now.
Find the way
Plus, I
out.
destroyed
Whatever's-
one already.
Whatever's evil here is evil. So move everyone
We
there.
might be able to
and
find a
then
way to read
back
them
to the lower
the
level.
further you go.
Okay. Bear with me as I reveal this part of them.
Pleased with yourself.
Yeah.
You guys begin to go down the stairs. The gold marble staircase hugs the north wall as it spirals down. Lying in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wooden crates. The amber-covered walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwine around black marble bas-reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, and sultans, attended by myriad of slaves. The west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcove is a rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened up in the south wall, spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor in the southeast corner of the room.
Dude. Jeez.
What?
Bless you.
No, it was cough.
I thought
Sorry.
it was a
No, it's okay. Hard to tell over Discord.
Bless you.
Do these amber things give off light? Oh, you said it was command words, so never mind.
Yeah, the walls in here, there's nothing that is giving off lights.
Okay. I just wonder if they came down here to put the books near the.
I'm gonna check the trap.
My Fine Sense still be up. I think it's 10 minutes. And I don't know if we would have spent 10 minutes just chilling. Or was it Detect Magic?
You
It
guys
was Detect Magic,
probably
so-
spent like 10 minutes investigating the books. You guys were going around pulling books, looking around, and
What about Detect
Figuring
Magic? Because I realised I actually cast that
Detect
afterwards.
magic
Yeah, because that was
would
10 minutes.
probably
Well,
still be up.
okay.
Wood.
Oh.
I said, yeah, would probably. I'm trying to figure out if it affects anything in here. No items. You get Oh, so are you guys just walking around the room?
No,
probably?
I said I'll check for traps before people even
Okay.
move down
Roll for
there.
a perception check. I just saw Aurora down here, and so I was like, "Oh, are we just walking around?"
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
You do not seem. It does not seem like there are any traps.
Okay.
You get a magical here and here. You cannot tell. Actually, I want you to make a wisdom saving throw as you detect this. Yes.
Saving throw. Oh no.
We'll say
Thanks. Oh, +8. Oh, love that proficiency bonus. But you know, this could still end badly. Okay, 23.
23. You feel for a moment as you are just tuned in and trying to like reach out to gather any magical information surrounding you. And as your consciousness reaches out to grasp around the walls and you get the blips of magic, it is concentrated of this pure, dark, evil energy that begins to almost try to reach into your mind at the same time. And at the same time, you also feel for a moment a warmth that comes over you, as well as a voice. Do not worry. Just be not tempted by their proposals. I am here with you always. As you feel the warmth of your patron wash over you, relieving you of any dark interference.
Yo, guys, be careful. Someone tried to crawl into my mind.
You said this is like somebody's like tunneled in here.
It looks like it was broken
Oh, okay.
apart. Forgot to move everyone else. There we go.
I'm gonna be like, hey Yalia, stay close to me.
What, because of my plus bonus?
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna look at this crate. See if there's like anything in it.
Oh, and don't
Alright.
be tempted by the proposals.
roll an investigation check for me.
I don't like that smile.
Did do better.
Investigation.
You all have like alright wisdom saving throw.
It might be
modifier.
almost be
I know.
That is a 10 total.
10 total.
Mm-hmm.
So you investigate and you begin to open up the crates. And thankfully it was you opening it, as you cannot be surprised.
Ah.
As you see, you kind of don't notice it at first because you were paying attention to like actually moving it off. You see movement as out comes leeching out and scratching at your face where it meets air, a vampire spawn. And as soon as this happens, the rest of the crates also begin to explode as 6 vampire spawn.
Sorry.
Fine, I was gonna do one too.
Each of the crates.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick break before we start this because I have to go to the bathroom
Okay.
before we start fight. And then we'll need to roll initiative.
Ooh.
I'm glad I have the brave and kind symbol
Right.
equipped instead of the wound closure.
I just remember something I needed to look. Corn a fruit.
Is corn a fruit? Is that what you just said?
Yes. Look, okay.
Vegetable.
It is a vegetable, a whole grain, and a fruit.
What?
Like a quinoa fruit.
It kind of is. So look, because I was watching people play Trivial Pursuit earlier, and it was like, which of these foods are fruit? And it had pretty much all things that you consider as vegetables.
No, that's a fruit.
That's what I'm saying. Tomatoes are fruit, but a lot of people think it's a
right.
vegetable.
Right. Like cucumbers as well.
Bananas, they're berries.
Could you say bell peppers?
Well, something to do with the seeds.
Seeds are on the inside, so yeah, maybe.
But strawberries, which is that why strawberries are on?
That is a
Fruit
berry.
with-
Straw.
Okay, it's because they come from a seed or flower part of a plant. So as long as some flower part is considered, popcorn's technically considered a fruit. But I don't think it's got the benefits of a fruit that we assume.
Also gross.
So is pumpkins, and so is squash. I'm here to do this, to deliver this information to ruin your day. And start to question the nature of your reality, as does always happens when I find stuff out like that.
Like when I found out.
My next fruit salad's going to be very interesting.
I only remember because I was thinking about dinner and how I had corn. I had corn on the cob, and it was delicious.
Nice.
Wow, Aurora. It's like there's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
It's back up the
Oh,
stairs,
okay.
but you have to go places.
You're gonna get past
Alright.
the two biggest people in the
So-
party to go up the stairs.
Hold on for one moment, as I now have to write down the health of multiple individuals. Are you able to access your character sheet okay, though, Dylan, or would you like me to manage it?
No, I'll be alright.
Alright. I thankfully still have Casimir and Esmeralda's shit written down. That's Casimir. That's Ez. Now we're here with that old initiative. Aubrey. Oh no. I have her shit there. I need to write down the vampire spawns shit. Like their health points.
So were they just chilling in these boxes, waiting for someone to open them up?
I mean, this isn't the first time. You guys have actually come across them chilling in boxes more than once.
Yeah.
before.
Coffin maker's house.
Hey, they literally sleep
They're
in
like
coffins.
cheap coffins.
They're the poor man's coffin.
That's a nice complaint, Mark.
Yep.
You guys want
Same
you
one,
guys
but they
next
couldn't
time you
hear.
guys get a noise complaint, you should bring up the fact that they were slamming doors at like what
Yep.
1 a.m.
See, but it's always because I keep dropping things. And I didn't used to be this clumsy. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. It comes and goes in life. Take that from me, who is still the clumsiest person in their family, even though I sometimes am fine.
It's like joy.
All right. Everyone needs to roll for initiative if you haven't already. God, that dice is rolling like shit. It rolled a natural 20 when I first started this thing.
Whoa! Did you see
Okay. I have too many fucking books that I have
I
to
might
look through now.
finally be able to get a rage off before taking damage.
Trying to find my thing. My purple dice is redeeming itself. I'm so happy. This dice hasn't rolled good for me in 3 years. It's finally starting to roll better. It hasn't rolled a that shit initiative. Shit, 6. Casimir got a.
They didn't get an attack off, did they?
No,
Just
no.
okay.
Because Vincenzo, their sneak attack was essentially bursting out.
Yeah.
Vincenzo doesn't get surprised, so he didn't get an attack off on him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was reading, but not actually reading. That's a +2, so 10. And Aubrey and
this is
Vampire
also
Son.
Still would be
Aubrey is at a 4. Aubrey's at 14. And first one, we're at a. Okay. 25, 20.
27.
27. Fuck.
That's
You
not
roll
20.
natural 20?
Yeah, it feels like cheating.
No. That's what that whole feat's for. So,
I'm still with the natural
you
20.
need 15.
19.
19, right? Oh, wait. It's between Casimir. Yeah.
except for your like critical.
15 to 10. Alright, Aubrey's at a 14. 10 to 5.
7.
Okay. I'm gonna mess this up, but thankfully I control Aubrey, so I'll hopefully remember, because you're right after Aubrey. And then Esmeralda's right after you. What'd you get, Yalia?
4.
4. Right. Start of initiative, Vincenzo.
That surprised you.
Yeah, why is it surprising? There may be times when you eventually will come across people with a similar feature, but in this case, it's just vampire spawn.
Alright, I think I'll be able to get everyone but this one here. This one here.
What are you trying to do?
Fairy fire.
Okay. So you're gonna center a fairy fire in a cube, I'm
Right
assuming
here.
right there, alright,
Yeah.
and it'll get all of everybody
But I think this
except
one.
those two.
Oh.
How big of a cube is it?
20-foot cube.
No, you should be able to get it if you put it there. You should be able to get everybody if you put it in the middle.
Oh, I went 10.
Oh, it's a cube.
Yeah, so I went 10 this way.
I'm just
10 this
not
way.
smart. Didn't take math classes in college, so I forget my math skills a lot.
Yeah, so
Alright.
it can't get that one, can it?
It can't get the top one either then. Okay, so these two on the right are
Yeah, but it goes up 10 too, doesn't
avoiding
it?
it.
You said 10.
Yeah. It's
It's a 20-foot cube, so it's 10
Oh,
up,
20.
10 down. 20 up, or 10 up, 10 down, 10 left, 10 right.
But that's 10. It can't go 15.
Yeah, those two are 15 and 20 fade away. So these two on the right avoid it, I think. And then you still get this. You still get 4 of them in there, which I have to make saving throws. It's dex saves, right? Or is it con? Or what?
It is a Dex 15.
Dex 15. Failed.
Good.
Failed. Shit. God dang. All of them fail.
I didn't get
You
that
don't want to
very
roll
much.
it.
Heal from what?
No, I just rolled really bad.
Oh, is it not damage?
It's very fair.
Oh, damage,
20.
damage.
We have advantage on attacks.
Yeah, I know. but
Shoot.
there you go.
Fairy fire. I don't think affects friendlies. I could be wrong, but
That'd be really.
for the sake of this battle, we'll make it uncomplicated.
Hmm.
We'll say, for the sake of this battle, it affects those four.
Okay. Closest ones. Nice.
Anything else?
Hmm.
Movement. Bonus action.
No, I think that's it for now.
Alright. Genjuzi, is your turn.
I am going to attack this one in front of me with the sun sword.
Alright.
Oh, they're all highlighted with a purple light.
Alright. So you have advantage against this one.
So you already have.
So no reckless.
2 12s. That's 22.
Critical hit if it hits. Though.
What?
Still a critical
Yeah,
hit.
at 22 to hit.
They have to be surprised for it to be a critical hit for
It's
assassination.
if they haven't taken an attack.
They have to
if
also
they
be
haven't-
surprised.
What do they have?
You have advantage on it.
Against the
You have
creatures.
advantage. It's just
Oh,
that you
it's
have to
just
be surprised for
advantage, okay.
assassinate.
And any hit that is surprised. Okay.
Oh, my foot.
Which these ones we're not surprised with from you
Yeah.
guys.
So 22 to hit.
Right. One of them rolled a natural 20 for perception whenever you guys are coming down.
What'd you say?
Use the pretty new type.
Yeah, 22 definitely hits though. And you still get sneak attack.
Yeah. And that, D10. D8. I'm assuming, yeah, they are undead.
They are
targets.
undead. You guys have fought these things multiple times. They are undead.
What are they again?
And Divine Sense probably wasn't going to illuminate them either because they were still behind total cover inside their boxes.
That was terrible, he says. Oh shit, I didn't rage before this hit.
Yeah, you didn't. I didn't. I wasn't going to remind you either.
Before I tell you the damage, I'm going to rage.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm saying
already-
like
Oh.
I'm saying before I forget, after I tell you the damage,
Okay.
before my next hit, I'm
That's
Um,
fine. I was about to say, no, you can't add it
No,
if you've
no,
already
no.
rolled.
21 damage on the first hit.
Mm-hmm. That's radiant damage.
And it's still advantage, isn't it? Because very
Yeah.
fair.
Hey, by the way, the sun sword emanates sunlight, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need a symbol of Ravenhide. Well, actually, I could
And
use
how much of a range is the sun sword's
It's
light?
15 feet unless I take an action
15
to
feet
extend it.
radius, so
Okay.
15 feet.
Oh, 15 feet radius, yeah. So
Okay. Okay. So it was how many points? 22?
21.
21. Okay. 21.
Careful, Chris.
On everyone.
Okay. And there is a beacon of light that is 15 feet emanating from you. So, okay. It encompasses,
I guess the 3 that are in front.
yeah, the 3 that are there.
And then second hit
Mhm.
is it hits. 26 to hit.
Aren't you gonna love that time when you guys get there and it's like 25 to hit? That doesn't hit. And then you guys are gonna cry and it's gonna be beautiful.
And that one is
So mean.
more
the only
damage.
joy I
than
get.
You not do addition.
What?
You struggling to do the addition?
No, I'm just saying, off those 2 dice, I
Right.
rolled more damage than
Okay.
with the.
When you see that.
That one is 17, 23, 25 damage.
Pause. Okay. This one's looking hurt. It's not like death store hurt, but it's hurt. You certainly did a lot of damage to it in one go. You did close to 50 damage to it.
Nice.
That ends your turn. Would you like
Yes.
to move? Alright. Alright, so start of the round for the vampires. They take, those 3 that are in range of the sunlight take radiant damage. Putting the one that was getting bludgeoned by Genduzi almost, it's looking rough now. Whereas the others are just taking damage. That's disadvantage on there. Alright. So. Mm, 10, 15, 20. It's a crowded space, but they're making it work. They're gonna attack all the people they can reach, at least right now. So, the 3 that are in...
They're now in
Answer.
Fairy Fire as well, right? Because it just.
They have to start their... It has to affect them whenever the spell goes. If they go into Fairy Fire, I don't think it has an effect. It's whenever the spell is cast.
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast. Is that one? Yeah.
It had a different effect. If it affected them, it would say that when a creature enters or starts its turn in that area, it takes this or something. It has to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
And this one is now in my sunlight radius.
Yes. It does not take damage.
No,
though, because that happens at the start of their turn.
sights.
However, it's just that one. The other one by Aubrey doesn't have it, right?
No, the one over there doesn't.
Wow, I'm in a very safe position.
Hell. Downside as well is you can't move very much.
I won't get any attacks of opportunity.
That's true. So yeah, that's good to know. So 5 of the 4 are in sunlight, which affects them. So first one against you and Juicy makes attacks. Oh, I rolled a 7 and a 20.
Wait. Oh, as in it got 2 attacks.
You guys know it has 2 attacks, but also
No, I
it's
mean-
disadvantage.
Yeah,
in
that's
sunlight.
because of fairy fire.
Oh, okay. Because
And
sunlight.
because it's self sunlight.
Yeah, you see as they are basically like closing their eyes to try to avoid
okay.
the sunlight. First attack. 13 to hit. I don't think that hits.
Nope.
Wow.
Because 7 plus 6 is 13, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me something better. 14 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
That hits? Okay.
Yeah.
I can at least use damage. Woo. It's not much damage though.
Wait, how far
Woo.
away are you from me?
I'm right next to you.
Can I use my shield and use protection?
Why?
Yes.
Just for the bounce.
Just for the best.
I never get to use it.
It's true. She never gets to use it. So that's your reaction used.
Yes, so that's disadvantage. Unless it was already
It was
disadvantage.
Oh, it
already
was already disadvantaged. So it still hits. I thought it adds to AC or something.
No, I hoped it did, and then I was like, wait.
So is that your reaction used and it was useless?
I didn't
You
realize
can not use it if you would like, if you didn't know.
Yes, please, you know.
To be fair, it makes sense that it would be AC rather than disadvantage.
Yeah, because my shield is plus
Yeah.
2 for me.
8 slashing damage. So half
So,
to 4.
4,
Because you remembered to read.
because I
And then
raged
the
halfway
attacks
through.
against Aurora, 2 attacks against you. I doubt that hits. 9 does not hit, so.
She's still got her mage
Yeah,
armor on as well, right?
And the other one rolled a natural 1, so it's also swinging and missing with the radiant energy in its eyes.
Sierra, it's not that bad.
Rolled another natural one. I'm gonna put pens up. This is better. This is better. I can actually do something. 21 against you for one attack, Vincenzo.
Wait, what? Sorry.
21 against you for one attack.
That hits.
Hey, the other one missed.
Vincenzo's
8
one with
slashing
the
damage.
legs off right now. Oh,
Eight,
no, he doesn't. He healed.
8 slashing damage.
Okay, against Esmeralda. Don't think that hits. Oh, certainly not. She has an 18 armor class. Nope. 18 hits Aubrey. Does she have a spell that she uses that can fix that?
Just shield.
She does, but I don't know if I want to use that. I'm gonna let her. It's not a lot of damage. I'm gonna say she kind of can tell how this battle's probably gonna go. She takes 7 damage. And I almost healed her 2 full. I just stopped at a certain point because I didn't want to use all of the hip dice. So.
Missed. Oh, you did.
That was the first attack.
Oh, that's away.
It's worse.
Also, I'm lost.
Second one doesn't hit. The one against Casimir is not in sunlight and has 2 attacks.
Or Casimir.
Both of those hit. 13 plus another 6 is 19. So Casimir takes 19 damage. Alright. That ends the vampire spawn's turn. Now it is Aubrey's turn. She's going to... There's just so many things. In a 15-foot cone.
Hi, Dylan. Hi. I'm not sure what you're doing here.
Oh, she has so many
What is it?
airy spells. She is going to use her action to cast Eldritch Blast against, I guess, she'll do it at disadvantage against the one that's attacking Casimir. He's taking the most damage. I don't think that hits. Oh, and how many? I don't know how these spells work. Level 3 beams at level 11. Okay, so it's just 2 beams. So 1 missed. And the other one. Okay. What's your spell casting modifier? It's a +9. Yeah, that hits. Yeah. So that's 1d10 plus 4. 6, 10 force damage against the one attacking Casimir. So, alright. That ends Aubrey's turn. Now it is Aurora's, then it's Esmeralda's, then it's Yalia's.
I would like to cast a level 4 magic missile at the one
Okay.
right in front of
Alrighty. Tell me how much damage it is. Probably put whether they're in sunlight too. Right? Oh,
18.
18. Okay. Sorry, I'm putting down right now. Okay. 18. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
Alright. It's now Esmeralda's turn. She is going to pull out her book. She's just going to make 3 attacks against the one that's in front of her. And that one's in Fairy Fire, so all 3 are at advantage. Yeah, first one hits. Second one hits. Third one hits. So that's 58, D6, and another D6. And 21 points of damage to the first one, or with all of them. 3, 4. Alright. That ends Esmeralda's turn. Yalia, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to cast some Eldritch Blast stays.
Alright.
The most injured one in front of Kanduzi.
Alrighty.
And I'm guessing I don't have advantage, or do
You
I?
do, it's got
Okay.
You
fairy
have
foot.
advantage.
I thought it was the first person.
That's Guiding Bolt. Fairy Fire, so long as Vincenzo maintains concentration. Which I do need you to make a
Yeah, I was just
concentration
gonna
check.
say.
I just have, we just have to meet a 10.
Yeah.
Do that.
I'm in range, right, of Yalia, so do I get plus?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes, +3.
+3. What's the save? 3, so 6.
A 6 total?
No.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, if you got 6, I'm sorry to tell you this.
I don't know if that's cocked or not.
If it's not fully landed on one side, then it's cocked.
Do you want to take a picture?
I had to push it down, so
It was cocked.
it looks cocked as
There are
well.
ones I know that get unfortunately
Keep the
caught
choice,
right at the
right?
corner that looks like it should be sitting, but it's not. And you have to be like, fuck.
7 plus 6, so yeah.
13.
You make it. You just needed to make a 10 because it wasn't. You only took like 8 damage, I think.
Yeah,
So yes, it's still advantage.
okay.
Fairy Fire is still maintaining.
The first one's a 12 to hit. So I don't think
Alright.
that hits.
That does not hit.
Come on.
Roll them separately.
Usually I get higher rolls when I do them at the same time.
I like rolling my advantage at the same time.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
I think it's a D10.
Yes.
Oh, I nearly picked up the wrong dice there. Come on. making me proud since the first one didn't hit. 4 points of damage.
4 points. All right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right. That ends your turn, or do you want to move or bonus action?
So what's Aurora's AC at the moment?
Aurora's
Yeah.
14, 15?
14.
With the
That's with mage
shield.
armor.
Mage armor.
Yeah.
So. Do I want to have to do? Oh, actually, I will cast. Do I have to touch her? No. Okay. I will cast Sanctuary on Aurora, which means they have to make a Wisdom saving throw before they can hit her. But it has to be only one of them. So
Okay.
we'll go for the one in front
That
of
one.
yeah. The one in front of her.
Thank you.
Don't know if that's actually going to be that helpful.
I'm going to remember.
Yeah, it's
but-
running low on spells.
That one's hard to see. We're going to put pink. Pink is Sanctuary right now. Alright, that ends your turn. Vincenzo, you're back on deck. Genjuzu, you're after that.
Wait, what? I'm on deck?
You're up next.
Yeah,
Oh.
You.
sorry.
You're
No,
up.
you're now, sorry.
Being that can't attack range wise, I'm just gonna use my hold on.
My
My longsword, and I'm going to hit advantage, right? Isn't that the one that's in front of Genduzi?
yeah. All of the ones that the first 4 round you guys have his advantage.
That's 19
One
to
has
hit?
advantage.
No,
What is it?
18 to hit?
18 hits.
Okay. And that's a
The first one
whopping,
has the same AC as Tree Blights do.
a whopping 4 points damage.
4 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it dead?
Nope, it's not dead, but it's real hurt.
Okay.
Oh, does he only have
It's
one
still
attack?
kicking.
That's fine, failed.
Okay, I'm sorry. That didn't actually hurt. I don't know why I do that.
I want to inspire somebody, but it's like everybody has advantage on attacks, so it's real.
I mean, Casimir doesn't have advantage.
That's true.
I don't have anything written for Casimir.
That's a solid reasoning, and I agree. I need to write it for my bard. But she doesn't like any of her party members yet.
Slightly backhanded.
Yeah,
Right.
I could do that. She gets along with like 2 people in the party, I think. My bard does. One of which the person who plays her hasn't been able to join in the past couple of weeks.
Here, I'll inspire y'all, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, you need it.
Ouch.
How do you inspire her?
I don't know, something I wrote. I don't know what it is. It rhymes.
She wrote.
She would love to be a were-raven, but for now she's our paladin. So you better shield up, cause in comes a javelin.
What does it take? Your D8 of inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh. That ends your turn.
Yeah.
Alright, Genzuzi.
I can't really move, so.
Yeah, nobody really can move that well.
I can go like side to side.
I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at Yelia and
this.
Vincenzo, and I'll just be like, "Fine, I'll do it." And I'm gonna swing at this one that's in front of me.
Okay.
That's
What's your
21.
base damage that you can do?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, with rage,
And the fact that it's an undead.
at least 10.
Okay, it's dead.
Okay.
Minimum of that. Had 8 points left.
So I wouldn't have been able to kill it with my 2 hits.
And then I'm gonna give them another look, and it's just gonna be like, "See, told you." And then I'll step forward and attack.
Thank you. That has given me so much
Attack
space.
this one.
Love it.
Question: because I didn't use sneak attack on that last one, do I still get it
Yeah.
now?
Was that included in your base amount
No,
of damage?
no.
Okay.
It was 6
Then,
plus rage
yeah.
plus at least 1.
You can
from
use it on a
both ways.
different one.
Okay. That is 17 to hit.
That hits. You know what's funny though about the discussion we had about assassinate? I feel like almost every single person who plays an assassin has the same conversation with their DM more than 5 times. But it's I went first, but you have to be surprising. No, yes.
That
Because
is
I'm Matt having to argue about it with Liam like multiple times as well.
20 damage.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
what
No, I was like, did I just add
20?
rage? Did I just, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's 20. My sneak attack's been terrible.
Do you want to use some
Oh
of
my
my
God.
dice?
Alright. So that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's look at those rolls.
That's not.
Alright.
Oh,
That's-
sneak attack.
Start
That's
of the round. 4 of the 5 remaining take some radiant damage from the solar, which leaves this one that you just hit basically almost on death's door.
Again.
Yeah. Hey, when you have multiple things that put things in consistent radiant damage, fights against vampires become much easier. So, this one's near death. This one's doing okay. This one's this one's doing better, and then this one Dutched almost. It only got hit a couple of times. But those that are still alive are going to make their attacks. So, what do I have to roll against hitting Aurora again? It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. 15.
But if it fails, it just has to attack someone else, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
yeah, I
depends.
think it just has to attack someone else. So I got a 13, so that fails. So it's gonna attack you again, Doozy.
Bless her.
Still at disadvantage though, so that fails.
It says you could lose the attack or spell or choose someone else. It depends how much they want to attack Aurora.
Second attack hits with a 20 total.
Mm-hmm.
You can take it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless it does 190.
It suddenly becomes Strahd, and he's a Superman. You take 7 slashing damage, so have
So 3.
3. And then one against you, Vincenzo, makes 2 attacks with disadvantage.
Okay,
2 16s, hey!
that's no good.
So 22 for the first attack. That one's cocked, even though it was nice. That one's the same number as well. Hey! And then a 25 for the second attack. So this one's got both of its attacks off. So you take... That's a cock dice. 6. Plus 7. Plus 12. You take 25 slashing damage from this one, from both of its attacks.
Wowzers.
Yeah. I rolled nicely. I rolled 2 19s and 2 16s.
Should I?
That ends that one's turn. Then after that, the 2 against
mention the
Esmeralda is gonna attack. That's a natural 1. That's a 7, which I don't think hits against her armor class. That one's against Aubrey. First attack hits. Second attack misses with a 10. That's a 6 plus 6. 6 plus 3. So 9 damage to Aubrey. Okay. And then against Casimir, it's just 2 attacks with regular, so that doesn't hit. What's Casimir's AC? Oh, it just hits him with a 12. So he takes 6 slashing damage. Alright. That ends the vampire spawn's turn now. Now it is Casimir's turn. Looking very hurt. He's got 13 hit points. You guys walked in here with the squishiest of squishy mages.
So who am I going to heal them? I can't heal both people. Ah. The struggle is real.
He's going to... First, he's going to Misty Step away from the vampire. Up to the stairs and partially up the staircase. Here. That's a spell you should have
Believe me, I
guessed.
thought of doing that.
Misty Step, and then he's going to... Because Misty Step's a bonus action. He's going to cast Firebolt at the one that looked damaged. Damage. That hits. So that does... He takes... Oh no, dice, come back. 10 points of fire damage and is dead.
Nice.
Wait, which one?
The one that was already getting
Oh.
hurt. That ends Casimir's turn. Aubrey's turn is next. Aubrey is going to... This is why I hate using spellcasters, because they don't know when to, like, use their spells or not. Or, like, use other people's spellcasters, because I'm kind of like, can I? I will use... Fuck it. Guiding... Yeah, Guiding Bolt. Let's go against the one against Vincenzo. Guiding Bolt. That's advantage. That was shit advantage.
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting guided bolted. I was like, what?
Yes, you are getting Guided Bolted. And then put her modifier
These vampire
is
spawns
plus
have evolved.
8, or plus 9. So it does hit still. Even though I rolled a 9. Guiding bolt is 4. Oh, it's 5d6. Oh, because I was looking at it 2nd level. Yeah, okay, so it's 2nd level. Yeah. I had to process what I was trying to do. 9, 11, so 20, 24 points of radiant damage against the one against Vincenzo. This one's starting to look hurt. That ends Aubrey's turn. After that, Aurora, is your turn, then Esmeralda's on, or it's your turn now, Aurora. Esmeralda's up after you.
Okay. I'd like to cast a level 1 magic missile against
Alrighty.
the one in front of Vincenzo.
Alrighty.
10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Still kicking, but it's hurt. And anything else you're doing? Movement?
I mean, you're safe to move up then.
Yeah. No. I think I'm good where I am.
Okay. And that ends your turn. Esmeralda's turn is up. She's not really able to move very much. She is just going to attack the one that is against her. And I have to get back to her. So, all 3 with advantage still. Actually, I need to make a Constitution saving throw, Vincenzo, for the fairy fire.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
2.
that's right. 25. Right.
I don't remember what it was individually. I'm sorry.
No, we can do 2 10s.
Let me have 3.
Yeah, 6 plus 11, 17. First one's makes.
Okay.
And then natural 19. So
Yeah, both of those make. So this one's all with advantage. So
We should have been
Hits.
more on this side.
hits. Hits. Yeah. All of her attacks hit. D8, D6, D6. Seven plus 8 is 15. 15 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4. 27 against the one against her. Oh, wait. Nope, they're all magical. Never mind, I forgot. Okay. That's Esmeralda's turn. Yala, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to pat Vincenzo's back and be like, don't die, and I'm gonna heal him for 20 with
Alright.
my lay on hands.
wow.
Which is gonna be really annoying. Because you have to like do it one at a time to get
Thanks.
Anything
your
else
action?
you'd like to do?
what is an action.
So you're done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright. Vincenzo's your turn. Ganduzzi on deck.
I can see these, right? all the other ones?
Yeah, you can see all of them.
Okay.
You know where all of them are.
Yeah, I
Just
just
one of them, the one that was attacking Casimir, is still unaffected by sunlight currently, and is still was not in fairy fire. And then the one attacking right below Aubrey also was not in fairy fire.
I'm gonna
It's okay.
I'm gonna attack this one. Shield touch.
All right. What do I have to roll?
No, I have to see if it hits.
Okay.
Uh,
So you have advantage.
He doesn't have advantage. does
Oh,
he?
he doesn't. Yes, that's right.
No.
I forgot.
Click on verify.
Not in fairy fire. There
Well,
were
that's
two
not
that couldn't
fairy
make it.
This is sunlight.
I said this one.
Yeah. That one
Yeah.
does not have fairy fire.
Oh, what's the orange dot, man?
The orange is sunlight.
Oh, okay, I got you. No, okay.
Fire was something else, and I realized after I put sunlight that it blends in with their faces.
12 plus 7, so 19 to hit.
Hits. This is necrotic damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually heals them.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
How long does inspiration last?
10
10
rounds.
minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So more than 10 rounds. Yeah. Alright. Anything else you like to do with your turn?
No, that's it for now.
Alright. That ends your turn. Genduzi, is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to step into this space.
Yep.
And attack this guy.
Alrighty, roll for damage. Or attack.
Oh. 28 hit.
It's
It was close to a 20, that's why I said, oh. Oh, God.
Again?
What?
You rolled a 5 and a 2 for your sneak attack again.
Oh, yes, I did. So, you distracted.
Sorry.
21 damage.
21.
21? Okay, and then
Step into the
I
dark
step
side.
into that space, and now this one's in sunlight.
Yep.
And I use my second attack on that one.
Alright.
Oof. A natural 1, and then a natural 20.
Okay, natural one misses.
No, I got a natural 20 because it's advantage.
Oh, yeah.
I love when that happens.
Stress.
Stress.
That was
and
always
then-
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Stress. That's why I roll mine at the same time.
It's good
So I
for
like to
bad.
stress.
No, it's bad. It's really bad. That's,
I can only see one of them.
so
Oh.
it's 5 doubled to 10, and then it was a D10 that I rolled. So it's 15 plus 6, so 21, so 23 damage.
I mean,
That
that's
as
not
well.
nice to roll.
Dead as well. Nice.
Yes. Esmeralda had
Wait,
worked
something-
it down pretty well. She had kept doing 20 something damage to it
And
as
then
well.
just because I can, I'm going to step into that space too.
Alright.
Could've
You do
just-
so. And after that, it is the vampire spawn's turn. So each of those two take damage at the start of their turns. I forgot to have the other one regenerate. Oh well.
I was going to ask about that, but I forgot to ask.
Forgot.
I thought it went back to 4.
It was only the one on the right, and it hadn't taken that much damage. It's really not that far off from where it was originally. Alright, and they're gonna attack their... Well, one's gonna attack you twice with disadvantage, Genduzi. 11 misses, so
Correct.
first one hit. First one misses. Second one is a 13.
Misses.
Misses, okay. Aubrey. Fire arm across. They just miss. And miss as well. That ends the Vampire Spawn's turn. Casimir's turn comes around. He is going to... He's just going to firebolt one of them.
Second, I thought you said firebolt, not fire a bolt.
No, it isn't
Fireball.
fireball.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
Just fireball.
Fireball.
Oh.
End
I'll do
campaign.
fire a bolt.
Here's my master plan.
That was-
I don't remember how many dice he gets for this. So it takes 8 fire damage, that one. And Casimir's turn. Aubrey's turn is next. Aubrey is going to... She's going to cast Burning Hands, actually, because it's in a cone and no one is nearby to get hurt. Both of them, you make dex saves. Both of them made it. I don't know what that means.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? It just happened.
That's a pretty high save DC as well.
I thought Burning Hands too would be like a melee spell. It's not. It's a cone spell.
And it's like chill touch. I thought it was a melee spell
I did as well.
because hands.
Touch.
So
Touch.
it takes 4 plus 5, 9. 9
Touch
damage.
the
against
field.
I guess this
9
one is
out of
taking
2,
spray, but
so.
Right.
Both of them
Four
take 4
attacks.
damage.
four.
Yes.
Yes.
That means she still only rolled 8 off 3d6.
Yes. Look.
To be fair, I
I
guess
can't vouch for this.
I
It's
guess
a
the
level 1
average
spell.
would be 9, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Just 3d6
No,
sounds
I
a
know.
lot.
Spells and weapons that can make them roll 20 for damage. Okay. Relax.
It's not even the weapons that make me roll 20. I
Roar
roll
up.
can get 10 absolute minimum.
I'd like to spice things up a bit and cast Fireball
Right.
at that one.
Fireball at that one?
Firebolt.
Okay. Important semantics over here, guys.
There's no advantage on these though.
Mm-mm.
That's
These are just straight
22 to hit.
Nice.
You're good.
10 points of damage.
10. Alright.
Yeah, I kind of want to try something.
That ends your turn. You want to move, bonus action?
Nope, I'll stay.
Alright. Esmeralda's turns up. She is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Flanking position there. Just gonna make her 3 attacks with advantage. Hits. Yes. That. Oh, wait, that's advantage. Then yeah, that hits. Same. Alright. All of hers hit again. Alright, is 20 plus. So she does 32 damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been rolling really low on her damage dice.
That was
But
low.
she has decent. Yeah, she has decent
rolling really
modifiers.
low.
She has a modifier. Well, it's 3 attacks. I'm rolling 1 dice for each of them. And she has a +5 modifier, +3 modifier, and a +4. So if one of them, all 3 of them hits, that is 12 plus damage.
The most I can do is 8.
That's with max roll. Mine's 10 on the lowest possible roll.
But that's only with all of 3 of them hitting for damage.
Oh, in that case, mine's 20 on
Yeah.
both my attacks, the lowest possible rolls.
It's true. But yeah. That ends Esmeralda's turn. Yalia, is your turn.
Okay. I'm
Dimensions
going
are your own deck.
Could you move the map back up, please? I'm going to move 5 feet that way, yes.
Mm.
And I'm going to reach out and point at that thingy magic there,
Yeah.
the vampire spawner, and I'm going to use my cantrip casting thingy to cast poison spray,
Alrighty.
which
Ooh.
will need a
Now, is that
Con
code
save.
or is that a targeted thing?
It's a targeted thing.
Alright.
Because at first I thought it was a touch thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's towards a creature within
Alright.
range.
I was just making sure that it wasn't like a code.
It's a cantrip, so that would be a pretty cool cantrip if that was possible.
Yeah.
I'd love that. That would be really cool.
It'd have to be really low damage though.
Yeah. So it's con 15 is the DC.
Con of 15. Right.
Please fail.
I rolled a natural 1.
I thought you were going to say 20 and then you want me to roll them separately.
You do you.
This is where I mess up. Okay, 13 points of damage.
13
Poison
points
damage.
of damage?
Yeah.
Alright. That one is very barely alive.
If I didn't roll a stupid 3. So set that other
Anything
rolls.
else you'd like to do?
I don't think there is anything else I can really do.
Alright.
No.
Alright, Vincenzo, it is your turn, then Genduzi, you're on deck.
I'm going to chill touch this one again.
Alright. Roll for your attack.
That is 16 plus 7.
Hits.
Is 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah.
Yay.
I didn't process it. I was about to like calculate it. I'm like, wait, it has 2 hit points left.
Nice one.
And I guess I'll inspire Genduzi.
Alright.
Thanks.
So your turn now, Genduzi.
Oh, I don't get to say anything? How rude.
You can say something.
I
Oh,
wrote
thought
this
that you
all
were
out
just-
for nothing.
Oh, go on.
Do it. Do it.
Sun sword in hand, he can light up the dark. If you open his head, you'll probably see an amusement park. Don't let that fool you, because he'll have his back. He'll have your back towards the end. Just ask me, because I'm his best friend.
Aw.
Oh,
That's inspiring.
That's inspiring.
I like that one.
So yeah, I'm gonna move to here.
Yeah.
If you were gonna die, I would have
You
moved.
just gotta do it too.
And I'm gonna.
Remember, you have a dice tray.
I know.
Look, you can roll it.
I don't have advantage here because there's no
Nope.
one on the other side. So I'm gonna give myself advantage by
Reckless.
reckless attacking.
Natural 20.
Okay.
It's
And then
probably
15
dead.
point. And this
So
is
it's a
with
crit-
sneak attack.
No, it wouldn't be critical. Don't ignore me.
It is a critical.
No,
Is-
I got confused. I was like, assassinate, but then I was like, no, because you
Yeah.
rolled an 20.
So I'll roll this one. That's Jesus. Okay.
That's Jesus. You rolled Jesus?
Jesus.
Not so good. What is it with 5 and
Did you
2?
get wow, maybe it's those dice. Yes, I'm
That's,
pretty sure it's always an older two.
that's
18.
So 36
Yes.
plus okay, 45 plus 2 plus 6, so 47. 53 points of damage on the first attack.
Hey, yeah, how you want to do this? It had 16 hit points left.
I could have killed it with the first roll of a dice then, because I rolled a 10, which would then be doubled to 20.
Too late.
Yeah, I just kill it. I just, I just do my thing.
No flare?
I'm not.
Killing it is the flair.
Yeah.
Okay, you go over and you just go whoop, and it's dead. And you are left in the room, surrounded by a group of vampire spawn, looking like they used to be an old adventuring party themselves that may have found themselves within
Oh.
this tomb. Put to rest at your feet. And that is where we pick up next week.
Hey.
Oh, can we remember that I have inspiration?
Yeah.
Shall I put inspiration on
I'm
the
just
thing?
going to mark myself as inspired.
Yeah, same.
Do whatever you need to do to remind yourself about your stuff, because I'm not going to remember. Because I don't remember.
You're gonna have to use it pretty soon afterwards.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's within 10 minutes. Like, if you use it with one of your, like, first couple of checks, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
I want to do investigation because I'm bad at that.
You know, when you sit long enough and, like, your tailbone starts hurting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know when my tailbone hurts. I haven't been
Ever have it
sitting
fall
for-
asleep? That's annoying.
No. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Where's the D20?
Well, I play exclusively on safe.
I have not experienced that, surprisingly, even though I have an extensive amount of history with traveling in a car
Mhm.
for hours on end. Ow. Oh no, did I just put a D6 and D8 in there? Yes, I did.
That's the problem with having compartments for your
No.
dice.
No, it's
Only
not.
put-
It's not a problem. It's a blessing.
Did someone say compartments?
Blessing, considering I don't have to reach in claw machine style anymore to grab dice and then pick out what dice I needed. Next week, you guys can continue to go through I know items.
I think we're
Turn
gonna
my phone.
rest. Something.
Percentage wise, how much of the dungeon have we seen so far? Or you can't tell us that?
I can't tell you, but I will say that you went specifically to one of the areas that was near the, like, it's near the back of the section of the chapter. You guys went from X5s to X40 something.
Ah, 42, yeah.
Now, areas of the maps are not always in order. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
And there's still places that you can look. However, yeah, I got to one part of the map.
In that room, so I guess it makes sense. Well, secret key room.
I will say you guys got towards an area that's of slight import in like certain areas already. I was surprised you guys didn't just go and fuck up the berserkers, to be honest. And just were like, let's go through the main door. And I'm like, oh, hello, Arcanoloth. Time to summon you.
Kanala?
Yeah, they're fiends.
Scrolls, wow.
That's why I let Yali roll her religion, is because they were fiends. So.
See, and it's funny because I was going to use turn on unholy or something because I was like, I barely have anything left. Let me try something. But then I was like, I don't know what it is. And then when you said fiend, I was like, ah.
It's okay. You won't know things until you try. And then when you do, sometimes that's when it comes to Dungeon Master being, oh, damn, they weren't supposed to know that. Hence, all of Rictavio. All of your interactions with Rictavio. I cast Dispel Magic. I'm like, how could you be so bold? So daring.
I think this is why you did it right in the middle of
That was the part that
I
killed me.
can't remember. How did we find out that he wasn't who he said he was, or was it just a hunch?
Vincenzo went over to him while you guys were wrestling, and he cast
But-
Dispel Magic on his Hat of Disguise, and it went
He
away.
did it for a reason. He knew that, or did we not know that there was something?
I don't think you guys knew. You guys got maybe hints, but like I don't think you guys got any particular hints that he was anybody else. Oh wait, no, it was probably. I think you might have gotten slight hints, maybe from Piccolo.
Yeah, because Piccolo
From the
told us about
monkey.
the tiger
Yeah.
and the monkey.
and he wasn't a human. Was
Yeah.
he?
Something like that, yeah.
He wasn't an elf. He's a human in his natural state.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Piccolo.
I was like,
Gone are the days of friendly animal companions. Miri's gone. Piccolo's gone. Now you're left with Cranky. Now you're left with Broody McBroody, Elfman, and
Broody
Ezreal.
McBroody.
That's basically.
We should use one of the mastiff things just to get a pet.
No, it's not a
Name it
special
Beethoven?
fancy pet.
Isn't Beethoven Mastiff? I don't know.
He's of Saint Bernard.
Ah, Saint Bernard, yeah.
Mastiff would be
Oh,
I'm gonna
isn't
say
a Mastiff?
picture-wise, closer to what Packer looks like than
Oh.
Saint Bernard looks like, would be a Mastiff.
I think the Hagrid's dog was a Mastiff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hagrid
Fang.
loves Mastiff.
Such
Hagrid's
nerds.
not a good description. I mean, it's okay. We already made a Harry Potter reference twice in this game, I think, which is the funny part.
Hans, yes, Hans.
I thought that was a bloodhound.
No, bloodhounds are another term for basset hounds, I think. Basset hound, the ones with the really long ears.
Yeah.
I think that's another term for it. Oh, look it up.
I thought Bloodhound was a character in Apex.
Oh no, bloodhounds aren't basset hounds, but they are kind of similar to basset hounds.
Ah, Hagrid's dog was a boarhound,
Oh,
aka a
Boarhound?
Great Dane.
it was not a Great Dane.
What?
That's what it says on the Harry Potter wiki.
Wait, no, it is. It is. Fang, Harry Potter. It was. He just was like that one, I think.
I didn't think Great Danes had such a big, like, droopy face.
No, neither did I.
I don't know. Yeah, but like when I look at a bloodhound, though, like the ear, like look similar. The ears kind of like.
What does a Mastiff look like then?
Great Danes do have droopy faces, kind of.
But not like that
Yeah.
droopy.
No. I like how I looked a boarhound and a picture that
Ah.
comes up is a Fang.
Mastiff is a dog from Sandlot. You know that movie.
I know which
Yeah.
one that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever fully watched it, but I know. What it is.
Oh, dare
Maybe
you.
there's some thick boy boarhounds. We're like used
See,
to the
because English
streamlined.
Mastiffs, I think, are
breakdown.
quite particular looking as well.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time they're called bull mastiff because they're short and squat and
Okay,
like
I want to say
genetically
a bull
engineered.
mastiff looks closer to what, or an English mastiff looks more similar to Fang in my eyes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it
Girth
was.
wise.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're like they were breeded together.
Maybe.
I don't
It
know.
could have been a mutt.
It's a
That's why they're short.
Neapolitan mastiff. Yeah, he kind of looks like a Neapolitan mastiff.
Yes. That's totally what he is. I don't care what the wiki says. That's a Neapolitan mastiff.
Oh
look
wow,
at
they're
the
huge.
baby.
Yeah.
Holy,
They're
you see the puppy? Yeah.
They're so cute.
It's just like a towel.
Just wrinkles. What's the other ones that have wrinkles? I like baby bulldogs.
Hmm.
Oh wait, have you guys seen the picture of Big Papa the bulldog? I retweeted it because it was just
Oh, I think I
somebody
might.
on
Oh,
Twitter was talking about how Big Papa's really sad because
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
yes, I
sad
have
he
seen
can't play with the kids downstairs anymore. And it just shows a picture of a bulldog just kind of
Oh.
looking sad. I'm just like, I would die for Big Papa. Where is it? These
have you guys
are the
seen
dogs
the
that-
video of Loka, the pug that couldn't run?
No.
No.
Yes.
Is that the Irish
Oh,
song?
They died.
yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, yeah, I have seen that
Oh.
one.
The tum.
Oh, Big Papa. This is my favorite doggo. Big Puppy.
Oh, Big Papa.
Like a polar bear mixed with a
It's
lion.
like a
mixed
polar
with-
bear.
Someone did like an illustration of him.
They're just so majestic. Does anyone else follow the Golden Ratio Twitter page?
No, you've mentioned it though, I think.
It's good. It's 5 golden retrievers, 2 of which are really old. And their names are great too. One's Guac. Guac is the
Wait,
youngest.
what?
Yes, it
Click
stands for
on it.
guacamole.
I need to
And
do that.
then there's
Oh, Cummings.
um
Right, yeah. That's very unfortunate for him. He deserves
Stevie,
it.
but Cap. I think it's. I don't remember what his full name is. I have to
Should
go
we
look at the
share?
Twitter page.
What'd you call it?
Cumsack.
The golden ratio.
Oh.
Wait, but he's still streaming. I don't want you
Chief
to get in
Brody.
trouble.
That's who it is.
He's still streaming.
So their names are Hopper Venkman, Swizzle, Guacamole, and Chief Brody. I think Guac got in trouble recently because he swallowed he ate a Brizzo pad or a Brillo pad. I don't know what they are. And then he got in trouble because he had to go to the vet.
They're like the scrubbing pads, I think, for like dishes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
With pink looking soap on it.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness.
Muted myself. Alright, stream, gonna head off. Hope you all enjoyed. Can we play more D&D next Saturday? We didn't die, so that's good. But we playing games during the week, so hope you all enjoyed. So hopefully see you during the week. Anyways, I'm the Bearded Monkey, and I got a banana split. Bye bye.